Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross and my illustrated invisible metal spotlight. I would have done this sooner, but I thought it was going to be part of the high score challenge, which it wasn't. Then the high score challenge had Sora and Simba, which is a stronger tier 8 metal, and my Sykes didn't have good traits either. I'm saying this because I have 5 tier 8 fairies to make a tier 8 into a 7-star, and I'm going to decide on the one that gets extra attack. If this doesn't get extra attack, my Sykes didn't get it, and if Sora and Simba doesn't get extra attack, then I'm going to go for the Sora and Simba because it is the strongest tier 8 metal in the game currently. But if this gets extra attack and my Sora and Simba doesn't, then this most likely is going to be my first tier 8 7-star metal. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to go for traits. I'm going to show you what skill I'm going to put on it, what keyblades it's really good on, and then show you its damage. If I make it into a 7-star, even better, but I probably won't do this for this video because I still got to do my Sora and Simba metal spotlight. So let's jump in and let's try this out. First thing, VIP became better because it now gives you a trait medal, so we have 2 more chances to roll traits. And this is kind of what I'm doing with VIP medals. I'm no longer going to be getting anything like this, but if you guys do buy VIP and medals like this come out where they're really strong and they have a lot of damage, basically you want to keep 2 copies because eventually you're going to get more gold tickets, more silver tickets, especially if you're someone who already does. Hopefully down the line becomes easier for everyone. But what you want to do is keep 2 copies so you can have 2 invisibles on 2 different keyblades. An example is if a lot of people get 2 Warrior of Light, imagine how much power they would have had on different keyblade slots, especially in the beginning of PvP. Keeping 2 copies separate is not a bad idea, but you gotta be someone who also has a lot of Mickey brooms, because once I fuse these all together to make 1 copy, I'm gonna need myself at least 2 more Mickey brooms because there's 5 illustrated invisibles each week. Those are gone already, but you know what I mean. And any other future VIP medals. So let's jump in. Let's start making my first one. I'm going to use a trait medal on that one. And then I'm going to fuse 3 copies in. I would go for 3, but 3 seems a little bit overboard. So I'm going to be happy with just 2 right now. Even though there's enough to actually make 2.5 with 1 missing traits. But that's all right. So first trait roll, I want extra attack is what I'm aiming for PvP. Then plus 1000 because that's good for PvP and high score challenges. He is a 1-hit medal. 1 hit's not that great for PvP, but extra attack would be So extra attack plus 1000 and then double -60s for aerial and ground, just 1 of each. So that's my first one. I want to do this, but I want to save this for the other trait medal just in case. So here goes the second trait for this medal. Hopefully it's something good. Once I try out the 3 traits and 1 reroll, I'm going to go towards the other one. So extra attack plus 1000. Oh, defense plus 2000. This was looking really bad right now. This is hard because you only have so many tries to do this. And it's great that VIP gives you all these medals separate, so you don't have to worry about that. But first 1000. There we go. Okay, that's the first good trade on him. First good trade on him. We're going to try another one over here. Now, when I do this, I'm pretty much left with the other one probably turn out better. You could say this is like a bad way to do it unless you get good traits, don't make another one, but you could see why it's hard. So this one has plus 1000 and I'm gonna go make my second copy. Times like this, I don't feel like making a second copy because I want to continue rolling traits on the first one and then make a second copy. You know what? I could do that. I could just keep rolling traits on this one and that's two medals out of that, so I'll only have 2 traits on this guy if I do that. Or I can be like, you know what, here, we'll do this. We'll start a second copy and we'll see what the first trait is. If I get extra attack on this and the plus 1000 on the other one, it's where it turns out bad, but I still think having 2 copies is a pretty good. Oh my god, I called it. Oh, the plus 1000 sitting on the other one. Okay, well, this is my main one, guys. This is my main one. The other one didn't turn out good, but he does have plus 1000 on him. I gotta roll 2 more traits on this. Oh, max gauges plus 8. I mean, max HP plus 800. All right, third trait roll. So the whole point is if I can get more level 8 fairies, I can put these 2 together. Oh, max gauges. Max gauges. All right, my replacement one. Let's see what it is. So I could have had another plus 1000, maybe not, maybe it's per medal, but ooh, oh my god. The damage in raids, I can't believe it. Of course I'll place 800, but I did get plus 1 extra 1000, extra attack on this one and plus 1000 on this one. So It could have been all on this medal. It could have had plus 1000 on here. It's not a big deal. Having an extra attack on an illustrated visual is amazing. Having 2 of these medals at 7-star is going to be even more amazing. And I know you guys are probably just saying, well, you just missed out on some damage, yada, yada, yada. I understand that, but having that many copies and just throwing it into one medal doesn't seem right to me. So I'd rather make 2 copies and then pull something like this, because this medal is extremely strong. It's so good at what it does. It's at a 50 multiplier. Sora and Simba, Cloud and Leon are going to be better tier 8 medals, but with extra attack, even without that plus 1000, this is still going to do a lot of damage. And the main Keyblade I want to use is the Missing Ache, because with the Missing Ache and having 2 copies of this, my Missing Ache will always look like this. So 7 stars Anti-Form Sora copying a 7-star Invisible Phantom, copying a 7-star Invisible, Riku copying this. So basically, Kairi, all the buffs and debuffs I need, and then just pure Invisibles going off all the way through. So 50 multipliers all the way through. So once I get extra attack on this, extra attack on this, I'm pretty much gonna go destructive. So even though I don't have extra attack on here, having the biggest multipliers on one Keyblade in 4 slots is so destructive. So that's why I'm keeping 2 copies. It sucks that extra attack was on one, plus 1000 was on the other one. But when you look at something like the Missing Ache, we don't have a lot of good reverse speed medals. So someone who pulls off 2 Invisibles fully guilted at 7 stars and Missing Ache becomes part of PvP, it's going to be incredible. So that's why I decided to do it this way. I should have said that before, because you guys probably already paused the video and went to the comment section like, why would you do that? What a big waste. But I'm happy. I'm happy I got extra attack on one of them. And now if Sora and Simba doesn't get it, he's going to be my first 7-star medal. Before we jump into skills, I'm going to go over my Keyblade setups for this, and again, why I kept 2 copies separate. Lady Luck, good example here again of using it multiple times. We have the Riku replica in the pet slot, copying an Invisible, Anti-Form copying Invisible, Key Art Beginnings copying Invisible, and of course the buffer in the beginning. So again, he is the best reverse speed medal in the game, and it's going to be like that for quite a while. So having 2 of them is going to make all these Keyblades with that weird reverse speed slot just a lot more stronger, especially if you have this new Kairi. That's Lady Luck. Then of course we jump into the Divine Rolls. You just replace those copycat medals with the magic ones. If you have the Kingdom Hearts 2 nominee, you have a better damage here, but again, same scenario. Actually, that's supposed to be Riku replica. I don't know what that's doing there. Nobody saw that. There you go. Again, copying backwards, copying forwards, copying backwards, and the same thing. The thing that I was talking about, Missing Ache, it's the strongest one. But this scenario goes here over and over. This one's a little bit harder, Sleeping Lion, to make it all into him. Of course, there is really good upright speed medals like Diz and so on. Of course, the new Sora and Simba. But if you don't have that and you just have this with a bunch of copycats, copy forward, this copies backward, and if you have a second copy of this, he'll copy forward because he's sitting in the pet slot. So again, pure Invisibles going at it. And then you have Stroke of Midnight, forward copy, backwards copy, and then forward copy into another Invisible. So it works pretty much everywhere. The best places is the Stroke of Midnight, with the multipliers of 3.2, 3.2, 3.4, 2.9. Of course, pet slot is pet slot. That's with my sub slots though. And then Missing Ache is at 2.7, 2.5, 2.9, 3.3, and of course the 3.2 up there. So you guys can see it really depends which one you have better sub slots on, but like Stroke of Midnight is going to be that much better than my Missing Ache. But the Missing Ache does have tier 8 copycat medals and tier 6 compared to tier 5s that were on the Stroke of Midnight. So it all depends what you guys have, what traits you have, but you can just essentially go with the strongest tier hit, single target, and this is deadly in PvP, especially in PvP. If I got extra attack on 2 of those medals, it would have been even worse. But later on, this can be Sora and Simba here if they had extra attack. It doesn't have to be all invisible. I'm just showing you that where all those reverse speed slots he can sit at and how many times he can actually be copied. So that is 2 of them. As for skills, I did get extra attack on him, which doesn't change what you still have to do for this guy. But because he has 5 SP gauges, we're talking about skills now, he needs an attack boost max 7 with SP gauge 2 or 1 or even 3, but he needs to lower that 5, because with extra attack that's 10 SP. Without extra attack, that's still 5 SP. 5 SP is not bad, especially if the quest is just one boss or if it's in PvP. If you have enough SP to make it through, you're okay. But if you don't have enough SP to make it through, you're going to need some way to restore that 10 SP or just minus it down. So attack boost max with SP gauge is highly recommended for this medal. It all depends what you have on that Keyblade. Example, like I just said, the Keyblades, like if I go Missing Ache, with Missing Ache, I only have, well, with the traits I have here, Missing Ache basically has, this one has 16, but Missing Ache, any of the Bravo Keyblades have very little SP. So if I had extra attack on this guy, right away that's 10 SP right there, and this can't be activated unless it has an SP gauge 0 on it. And even when with an SP gauge 0, it still wouldn't do anything because I don't have enough SP to activate it. So if this went off twice with the SP gauge, that's 10 right there, and the whole big 5 right there. You take away the traits of gauges, and you have that issue. So you got to be careful with that. But if you do have the gauges on the Keyblade, it's not a big deal. But I still recommend it just in case down the line somewhere. I don't know why I pushed equip again. You do want that SP gauge on there. You could get away with just attack boost 7 max, which I might because attack boost 7 max SP gauge is nowhere to be seen right now, and I really want to use this guy. But that is the main one you want to use, or just an attack boost max if you're feeling like you want to risk your SP gauges. As for everything else, make sure you put Chip and Dales on this medal, put that attack boost max on there, and we're gonna go test out his damage. So to make this guy as tough as possible, I gotta make sure that I actually put the proper stuff on him. So this one being the L1 extra attack is the one I'm gonna take care of. The other one doesn't have extra attack, and I don't have a lot of level 8 fairies. I only have one for now, and when I get my second set, I'm probably gonna look for another extra attack tier 8 to be the best in PvP and everything else. So I'm not going to put Making Brooms on both of them just yet. For now, I'm going to keep them blank because, like I said, there is other 7-star medals that will beat this as a 6-star. So I'm going to focus 2 Making Brooms on this one and everything else I need on it. So, like I was saying, you need Chippendales. You need to fix these guys up. It's going to cost me a total of 4 Making Brooms if I end up doing both of them, which I probably won't. I need 230% guilt. Got 202. Is the Guilty campaign still happening or is that gone? Nope, it's still happening, so I got 202. I didn't get super lucky, but that is 28 magic mirrors I got to put in there, and then I'm going to put on the Chippendales, and we're going to go test out his damage. Alright, we're going to test out the damage of Invisible as a 6-star with no traits, no skill on it, since I haven't decided what skill I'm going to put on it just yet. So we're going to go against the Queen Bee level 500, nothing too exciting, but we are using our Stroke of Midnight, giving that multiplier of 3.2. We're also going to see how much damage it does being copied by a tier 5 as a 6-star. My PvP weekly video is going to show you guys which ones I end up making into a 7-star. For now, this is just a showcase to show how much damage it does as a 6-star. Tier 5, it did 9 million. With no skill, it did 10 million. So that's against level 500s though. You guys got to compare that to other level 500s, especially when the Kairis and the Xions have all the buffs and debuffs. You really got to see how much it does. So this does one big hit. This medal is really good for high score challenges. There's it as a 6 million, and then the extra attack does 4 million. So another 10 million damage there. So this medal is incredible. Even as a 6-star, that is pretty good damage, but we are facing level 500s, which do have less defense and do take a lot more damage. So one more time on the Queen Bee, 15 million with a tier 5. With a skill on it. So without a skill, my Invisible is still doing 10 million damage against level 500. So it is not bad as a 6-star, but it's definitely not going to compete with other medals. With extra attack, it can. But I'm really excited to make this medal to a 7-star if Sora and Simba doesn't turn out good. So on my weekly PvP video, I'll be showing you what tickets I pulled, which medal I'm making 7 stars, and I'll show you guys some PvP matches with these medals at 7-star. It all depends on which one turns out good. So for now, if you guys want to leave down below what you got for your Illustrated Invisible, what traits, what skills, did you get extra attack, did you make it to a 7-star? I would love to hear down below. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and as always, thank you so much for watching, keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.